Today's story is the story of the tortoise and the fist in the sky. Hmm. It's a story from our five serious stories from the wisdom tree. A long time ago, when animals still spoke the language of men, the birds of the forest received a grand invitation. It came from the sky people. We call them the people of the sky. They were hosting a heavenly feast, a celebration of abundance, music, and joy. But only those who could fly were invited because the venue was the sky. Hmm. The tortoise, known across the land for his clever tongue and slow, deliberate ways, heard about the feast. Hmm. And oh, how he longed to attend. You see, the tortoise loved attention, so it would be unfair for celebrations like this to be called for and he not attend. But there was one stubborn problem. The tortoise had no wings. But still, that didn't stop him from plotting, like he has always done. He visited each bird this time, spinning tales of unity and brotherhood. I could imagine what he told them. Brother, you know this meeting will be interesting if I come. Imagine me with my flamboyant self in the midst of this meeting. They need to see me. I guess this should have made the birds chuckle and laugh. And I guess they gave him little importance. Okay. As he visited each bird to spin his own version of story, I guess the birds laughed among themselves and said, okay, let's give him time. Lend me just one feather, he pleaded. Let me stitch them into wings. I too am part of this great forest. One by one, the birds gave him feathers, moved by his words, or maybe just amused by his bravery. The tortoise was slow. He moved slow, so in their own mind, it was an opportunity for them to help their fellow brethren. And for the first time, the tortoise soared into the sky among the birds for this interesting get together. As they ascended, the tortoise made a curious request. Friends, he said, this is no ordinary journey. Let's take new names to honor the custom of the people in the sky. The tortoise seemed to know the custom of the people in the sky. I'll go first. I shall be called all of you. That's my new name for this journey. The birds blinked, surprised, but they laughed and agreed. Okay, they chose names like, okay, my name is Fast Wings, Cloud Dancer, Sun Singer, since we're going to the sky, right? When they arrived, the sky people greeted them with drums and dances. They were all excited. A host stood tall and proclaimed, welcome! This feast is for all of you. All of you. The tortoise stepped forward, bowed deeply and said, thank you. Thank you. I am all of you. I accept this feast on behalf of all of us. And with that, he devoured every last crumb. The birds watched, stunned, Furious, confused, betrayed, but quiet. I guess it dawned on them what a big mistake they made, but they took it all in. As I guess they were all reflecting, what have we done to ourselves? When it was time to return home, the birds demanded their feathers back because it was obvious they gave the tortoise feathers to come for this meeting. One by one, they plucked them from the tortoise's back, leaving him bare and trembling. The tortoise begged for mercy, but the sky was silent. He looked down at the earth far below. At that time, everyone had gone. There were no phones and no way to send message to his lovely wife, who was waiting for her smart and cunning husband, who went to the heavens. So he called out to his wife, who was tending their garden. Lay out soft things, blankets, leaves, and anything. I must fall. But somehow she couldn't hear him properly. I guess she heard the opposite. Then what did she do? She laid out hard things instead. Hard things like mortars for pounding, pencils, grinding stones, not understanding what she was doing. And the tortoise fell like a stone, like a lie returned to the earth. His shell shattered into 1,000 pieces. Oh, his wife wept. She gathered the fragments and stitched them together. And from that day on, the tortoise shell has been cracked and rough. A reminder of his cunning, his greed, and the price of betrayal. And now, my dear listener, let's sit by the wisdom tree. Ifenna, Adamu, Shagun, what lessons do you learn from the story? But I'll go first. Deception may bring you short-term gains, but integrity protects you in the long run. Okay, that's nice. Okay, I can hear what you're saying, Ifenna. Greed may climb fast, but it always falls hard. Okay, I get you. The truth is this. It always comes out. The truth always comes out. Now, it's your time. You listener, what do you think? If you were to be one of the birds, would you forgive the tortoise? Would you help him again? And here's the challenge. Tell someone younger than you what lessons you have learned from the story. Because wisdom is meant to be passed down like we tell the story. Thank you for listening to this tale from the Wisdom Tree. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and remember, even cracked shells still carry stories. Welcome, and let the story remind you of several things. My name is Uncle Charles. Until next time, it's goodbye.